of LiNKON, your number one live show on the internet about living and working in Japan.
Sure, why not?
With us at Link Japan Career, linkjapancareers.net. I'm Brian,
Maurice,
and welcome.
welcome, welcome, welcome.
Today we've changed the background here
Yes.
to more of a fall thing, and we're looking forward to the fall autumn season coming up.
We're going to talk about summer.
So we're going to talk about summer though,
Yes.
right? And so the first thing we're going to talk about is Cool Biz.
Yeah.
It's about Cool Biz a bit.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Cool Biz. So, if you've lived in Japan for some time, you'll know about the Cool Biz initiative. But if you don't, basically, Cool Biz is an concept that was put forward by the Japanese government to sort of help reduce the nation's energy expenditure by basically wearing clothes that don't carry as much, wearing, your suit and tie. Most guys over here in Japan will just wear a suit, no tie, and some even drop the suit. Like as you can see, polo shirts. Polo shirts are in, and in some cases, even Hawaiian shirts are okay. So this is all about being cool and keeping cool, and that's sort of it in a nutshell. It's been a few years now, hasn't it, Brian?
Yeah, it's been around.
I want to say it was 2011. Was it before then?
Yeah, I seem to associate it with Prime Minister Koizumi.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, in my mind for some reason.
it probably was him then. But yeah, so that's basically Cool Biz. The material or other sort of stores, you'll find that you don't have to get just the cotton sort of knit. You can also get like linens or this sort of I don't know what you call it. I guess it's a synthetic type material that's very, very light, just breathable, for lack of a better word. It's really good.
Oh, that kind of like cool tech
Yeah,
stuff.
cool tech stuff. Yeah, they call it cool tech.
As you can see, I just brought up here on our website, we have an article
We do.
called "What is Cool Biz in Japan."
Yes, yes.
So definitely go to our site at Link Japan Career
Hmm.
and check it out. Share it with a friend.
And exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Facebook, Twitter. By the way, you can also find us on all those fine social networking sites:
Yes.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
So drop by any of our sites, like, share with a friend, make a comment. We'll be very happy to see you there.
And there's so talking about summer though, especially right now in Japan, guys. It's not actually blazing hot at the moment. We're going through rainy season. So Brian, won't tell everyone a little bit about the rainy season and how fun
Yeah, the rainy
it
season
is.
is like a monsoon that a lot of Asian countries get, and it's a few weeks of very intense rain.
Pretty much.
Yeah, usually coming a bit earlier in the year, around April or so.
Yeah, I mean, I felt it was really delayed this time. We sort of had the whole hydrangea season in June with very relatively low rain, and it's just been the last week or two. Yeah, lots of heavy rain, and then of course there were the sort of disaster mudslide in Atami, which was really sad.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just sort of hit now. So yeah, looking forward though to the sun picking up a little bit, but then of course it's going to just be blazing hot. So
Yeah, really.
summer in Japan.
In a month, we'll be doing a how to keep cool
Yeah,
video.
yeah, we will. Top five
Hmm.
items or something. We probably will do.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people now with these little fans,
Oh yeah, I know the ones. Yeah,
or actually they have a fan that goes around your neck
yeah,
and it blows air up your face.
yeah. It's like headphones almost.
Yeah, like headphones.
Uh,
That's an incredible thing. I saw someone on the train with that.
I saw one better on the train last week. It was a guy, and he had a shirt that had fans built into it.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a statement of some kind. What about you guys? Have you any sort of creative sort of summer wear? You sometimes do see it a little bit in Japan.
Yeah, how do you see, or what do you see? Like,
Yeah, yeah. What do you see? What do
um,
you see in Japan right now if you are living here in the
yeah,
summer?
for people to stay cool.
Mm-mm.
I used to see this guy at the station,
Yeah.
and he was very unique.
Mm.
He would wear like a cut off shirt
Okay.
and very short shorts.
All right.
And he would take the oshibori,
Hmm.
the towel
Yeah.
that they give you at a
Yep.
restaurant, and he would have one of those in each armpit,
Hmm.
obviously to
Yes. Absorb.
cool his
Yes.
armpits or keep them dry. And I would see this guy sometimes on the train, and I kind of kick myself for not going up and talking to him.
Yeah. Well.
Because I really now think about it, I would want to know what was making him tick and why he was doing that.
Yes. Yeah. I kind of want to know too. That's.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh well, it's too late now. We moved our office away, and probably won't go back to that station. So
No, you'll never know what happened
the
to
chances of seeing him is very slim.
the towel guy. Let's call him towel guy.
Yeah, the towel guy.
Towel guy.
Hmm.
Oh,
Let's get on to some
let's
jobs.
talk about jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys. The for Interac,
Hmm.
the Interac season is started again.
Oh.
So if you're thinking about making a change in your ALT position, now's the time to apply.
Mm-hmm.
And for positions that'll be starting in August, late August, for training, and school starts early September. So you definitely want to apply now. The number of positions is not as great as they were in spring.
Yeah, that is really true. And that's not just for Interac, that's for all places, guys.
Yeah,
You want to get in relatively early because there's sort of for education jobs, there are really two major windows that you can move around. One is, of course, going into April, the school year, and the second one is going into September, where after summer holidays, where there is a bit of a turnover as people move on and go home usually, but not sure if that's happening now, but yeah, people do move around. So get in while you can.
yeah. I'm seeing some positions that we might have in good locations,
Yeah, can you give us a few?
especially in northern Kanto area,
All right. So
Toyama,
Toyama, Toyama's good.
um,
Toyama's great in summer, guys.
Ibaragi,
Yeah, Ibaraki also a nice area.
Nagano,
Nagano, yeah,
all very nice places.
yeah.
And if you're into winter sports,
Yes, yes.
definitely Toyama and Nagano.
I mean, I think Toyama's a winner for summer as well. Like Toyama and Niigata have some great sort of beaches and sort of sea marine activities you can do. Hey, and even Ibaraki has the seaside too, doesn't it?
Yeah,
On the east coast and
and Hitachi there.
Hitachi, yep. And Nagano is of course great for skiing in winter.
Hmm.
It's probably cool. Would you say, Brian? Nagano summer, or is it hot because of the mountains?
I think it's hot
Yeah,
because
it's
of the
probably hot
mountains,
because of the mountains. Yeah.
but it's going to cool down real quick.
Mm.
And if you love winter,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
beautiful
a great
place to be during the winter. And if you're into winter sports, they held the Winter Olympics there.
They did. They did.
So, you're talking about Olympic level runs.
When was that again? Was that 98?
And 88.
88. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm seeing those positions open up.
Mm-hmm.
Again, some also in the north and Hokkaido and Kyushu and central Japan. I'm going to have positions everywhere.
Mm.
So, guys, go to our site and apply,
Yep.
linkjapancareers.net, and you can click on the tab. Let me go to the tab here. Go to Find Jobs here at the top. Okay, and it's right here on the side. Interac ALT positions, Japan residents. And click on that. And you're going to have the positions right here to apply
Nice.
for these here.
Nice. Nice.
And that's what I've got right now.
Yeah.
So the season's opening. Soon we'll have the interactive map.
Yep. You're gonna update the map.
So the online map of the positions,
Great. Great.
the locations we're looking for. So I'll be putting that up on social media probably Monday. So keep an eye out for that.
And I got a few other non-interact positions, guys, that I can
You got
share with
some?
you.
Okay, let's
I
go
do.
take a look.
Let's take a look. Take a look for me. So we got.
And this is for applicants
Yep.
living in Japan.
Yeah. This is sorry, guys. This is for everyone living in Japan. Unfortunately, um,
Right.
yeah. Fingers crossed that the borders will open up in a little more in the next few months after this Olympic fiasco.
Okay, I see. Content writer.
Yeah, so this is the newest one we just put up today. Basically, if you scroll a little further down, there is another position. Oh, what was it called? It was like a faculty leader, and it's the same company, but this one's obviously a bit less intensive on the spec. I think if you remember, the faculty leader wanted an MBA. This one you don't need an
Right.
MBA. It's basically um, and I'm going to have to, I will have to adjust the salary. The salary is incorrect. So the salary is estimated at 3.5 million to about 4 million. So we'll update that. But basically, you'll be writing content, for, e-commerce sites. You're going to be making videos. You're going to be working with digital content. Basically, a sort of I'd say slightly marketing role. There's going to be a bit of marketing elements, but it's more content development. So, yeah, lots of articles, blogs for SEO, video for SEO. It's a bonus if you happen to know like the Chicago Manual of Style and Associated Press style books. And yeah, basically they don't want just like a explanation type writer. They want someone who's going to be able to engage with their audience with humor. So I think it's not a bad little gig. I think if you sort of want to get into that sort of writing for SEO and writing for these types of companies, it's a business school. The company itself, hours are Monday to Friday. You do have flex time. You've got a whole bunch of benefits. You can check out the site to have a look at them. Paid leave up to 20 days a year, and it can stack up to 40. Yeah, it's a great little job. You will need to have N2 Japanese or higher, and from what I understand, speaking with the client, it's about 60% of the time you'll be using Japanese, and probably 40% of the time you'll be using English. Mostly Japanese staff. Yeah, it's a good one. Please apply.
All right.
Then basically we have a Kiowa or English conversation chain all across the country. There's about 13, I think, positions off the top of my head that are there. You can see we've got Yamaguchi, Tokushima, Takamatsu, in Kagawa, Shiga, Imbari, which is Ehime. You also have Sendai and Miyagi. Um, Positions all over the place. So I would say, you know, sometimes for ALT roles that you do need to be a driver, particularly in these rural areas. But if you're not a driver, this is another good alternative. Um, yeah, it's an English conversation role, so you'll be teaching more learners from all different ages. There will be a fair degree of adult learners as well. Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit now, guys. It's basically that. And then there was one more position I think that sort of snuck in there. That's right. We also have a part-time position for teaching in Shibuya, but this is for young learners. Now, what I mean by that is this will be learners between the ages of 1 and 3. So it's quite young. But if you have a passion for sort of teaching those learners and you want a bit of a part-time gig and you're sort of in the Tokyo area, it's not a bad position, very accessible. Hourly income is going to be between 1,200 to 1,500 yen. So yeah, make an application today. And that's basically all the new jobs I have.
All right. That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
The
interesting.
content creator one sounds really interesting.
I think the content creator is probably the best one, actually, to be honest, guys. It's very, yeah, interesting is the right word, and you can sort of pick up a lot of skills and, probably have a lot of fun with it, to be honest, writing, and there's going to be a lot of freedom in your writing. Um,
Yeah, it's amazing, but that kind of skill set's really in demand.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, like we're all actually, that's a shout out. If you happen to write blogs, there are times that we're looking for blog writers. So, send us an email,
Yeah,
linkjapancareers.net. You can find a little contact us button and yeah, send us a portfolio or an email because we do sometimes look for writers.
yeah, we look for all kinds of different creators and stuff as
That's
well.
true too.
Um,
Yeah.
we we have one creator that works with us who was giving very intense constructive criticism
Yeah.
on our posts.
She was. And you know what?
Yeah,
The best thing ever because I was like, okay, well, fair enough. You're right. Like that my posts are noisy. Like, my background's marketing, not design. And I said to her, or you said to her, Brian, I'm like, hey, can you send us a portfolio? And she did. And we're like, well, okay, yeah, you're obviously good. Do you want to do some freelance work? And yeah, she's now a freelancer
yeah.
for us.
How long she been with us? Almost a
Yeah, it's
year.
almost a year. And she's brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant. Yeah.
yeah,
Give her lots of
definitely.
work.
So we do like working with good creative people,
Yeah.
and so if you're in that category, don't hesitate to drop us a line on the contact form or a message in our chat window, etc. It's not a
No,
problem.
not at all. Not at all.
I can't say that we're the highest paying place,
No.
but we would give you as much exposure as we can.
Hmm. Yeah, we're pretty flexible to negotiate things. Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some people I talked to who had really high requirements that were outside of our ability,
Yeah,
but
I think yeah, if you're an upcoming freelancer, it's probably better more within your scope. Um,
right,
yeah, if you although that being said, like I mean, if I'm going to go out on a limb here, Brian, say if you are someone
yeah,
with a very degree of experience in writing, like we do have some sort of projects, in our minds that might require sort of expertise writing. So yeah, that who knows? We never say no. So there's lots of weird.
okay. We have some comments actually on our live
Oh,
here, so
okay.
I'd like to go to Q&A a little
Yeah,
bit.
let's do it. Let's do it.
So Mary Kito
Marikito.
asks us, "Hello, sir. I'd like to ask one
Hmm.
question. Can we apply ALT position if we are not native English?"
Great question.
Great question.
The answer is yes, of course. Um,
Uh huh.
yeah,
It
yeah.
depends.
I mean, well, you can apply. And Brian, yeah, you know the position better than I do, so maybe you can sort of just explain what that means.
Well, uh, English proficiency has to be evidenced
Hmm.
as having 12 years of education in the medium of English. And that means for all subjects in school. So basically the equivalent of going to school in English
Hmm.
from the first grade to the 12th grade.
Hmm.
And that's equivalent to native level.
Yes.
So the kind of person that could get that would be the person who went to international school, the kind of person who went to a school where they taught everything in English, right? And can provide evidence of that.
Hmm.
So if it's in a country that's not an English-speaking country,
Hmm.
then you'd have to get written documentation, and we can help you with that. We have kind of a format letter we use that we can give to you, and you can send to your schools that you went to.
Yeah. And
We also have an Interac FAQ
that yeah,
on our page, which I'm showing right here,
brilliant.
and a lot of these questions are answered on that, right? And if they're not, definitely ask us a question.
I that 12 years though. I mean, let I just sort of I'm wondering, Brian, if an applicant
Hmm.
is like, let's say they have a spouse visa or they're a permanent resident, do they still need those 12 years?
It
It
depends.
depends. Okay,
It really, really
it really
depends.
depends. Yeah.
There's two things.
Mm.
One is the visa requirement,
Okay, the
which is
visa
what you're talking
requirement.
about.
Yeah.
So if the person has a spouse or some other visa, permanent resident, etc., that's not going to be a requirement.
Mm.
The other is the requirements of the agreements between Interac and the
Board of
boards of
Education.
education.
Naruhodo.
So if the boards of education specify
Mm.
they require X number of years, such certification, degrees, knowledge, etc.,
Mm.
then we have to find someone who meets those, right? And in that case, you may or may not qualify,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
right? But we will look as hard as we can
Yeah,
to find a place.
I think
And we also have places that
mm,
are not ALT work
maybe
that we can introduce you to.
yeah, that's it, right? We've got a whole variety of jobs that we can sort of share with you. Perhaps if you could send us maybe we'll send you a message after this, Yuki, and try to get someone to speak out to you about the position and help answer your questions directly. I think because it's a little hard to fully explain things without knowing your full situation. And
Okay.
mm,
Mary Quito says thanks.
you're welcome.
And Raya wants to ask if an online TESOL seminar
Hmm.
is valid for your criteria. Depends on what it is. We're not requiring a TESOL certification.
No,
Interac has their own training and certifies ALTs internally. Definitely having a TESOL will help you,
it will.
but if you mean it in the sense of
A visa requirement? Do you mean
a
a
degree,
degree? Yeah.
if it's a bachelor's degree in TESOL
Hmm. That would be
or a
fine.
master's degree in TESOL, that's fine. If it's some seminar you took somewhere,
Hmm.
it's not going to help or hurt you at all.
Yeah.
And here we have another question from Uchenna.
Okay.
Hello, are you currently recruiting ALTs from outside Japan for the 2022 school year? I'm in Nigeria and I'm wondering if you recruit qualified candidates from my country.
Hmm.
Okay, recruiting for your area is held through our UK office in Scotland.
Yes, it doesn't make sense, but it is.
It doesn't make sense, but basically that zone of the world, and this is in the vertical sense,
Mm.
northern and southern hemisphere,
Mm.
are operated from England. And Nigeria, I believe we have the ability to recruit from there.
Yep.
We are licensed to recruit from there, I think. And so you'd have to apply for the European and African candidates application on our page. Whether or not we're going to be able to do it for 2022, it depends on the Japanese government, right? What I can recommend is that you do apply
Yeah.
and start the process and get your application and resume in front of our people in the UK and start a dialogue with them.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to say, I saw online a few comments that are actually incorrect, by the way, guys. So full disclosure, this is incorrect. I saw a few comments on Reddit or something saying that, we're not recruiting anymore for the next year. That's incorrect. We're recruiting all the time, all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, please make an application. You have to understand that people are applying and dropping out and moving around and deferring, and life goes on all the time. So there's never a time that we're going to say no, don't apply. So please apply, keep applying, and we'll try to get you through as quickly as we can to negotiate should you pass the process and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I've had.
We'll try to get you through as quickly as we can to negotiate should you pass. Any other comments there, Brian?
Yeah, I mean,
We'll try to get
May
you
is
through as
saying
quickly
she
as we
applied
can
but didn't get a
to
reply.
negotiate should you pass
Any
the
other
process.
comments there, Brian?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
May, I'd say
We'll try to
send
get
us a message.
Send us a message, and sometimes it can take a few business days, May. So if it wasn't immediate, we do apologize for that. Sometimes it does take a bit of time, but yeah, please follow up, and we'll look into it for you.
I'd say, yeah, send us a message, and please include your email.
Very important that you registered
Right,
with.
so we
that
can
you
look it up.
registered with. Yeah. Yeah. Any other?
And let's see.
It's always good when we get questions from you guys. So please.
Yeah, great
please
questions today,
send
guys.
them anytime, because otherwise we're just gonna ramble on. It's much more
Right.
interesting when we can answer your questions.
No, I think that's it. I think these are all the questions that we have.
Super duper. Always, guys, you can contact us on linkjapancareers.net, on any of the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest. Am I forgetting any?
YouTube.
YouTube. Yep, YouTube. We're going to be doing a bit more with YouTube. Always say that, but we will.
Yeah, let us know what you want to see on YouTube.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's the question we should end with. What do you want
Yeah.
to see?
Can you let us know what you want to see? What kind of content you want to see from us?
Yeah, like tourism stuff, or I don't know, food. More
Career stuff.
career stuff, more talking.
We're not Japanese teachers.
Yeah,
Sorry. There are plenty of great Japanese language learning
yeah.
channels out there. So
Many. Yeah.
But if you want to see content about recruiting, that's one. I used to work in the teaching English in the pharmaceutical industry, and so I know a lot about pharmaceuticals and pharmaceutical research.
That's pretty cool.
I also did some teaching in the aviation industry
Yeah.
as well.
Did you?
Yeah, I was a ICAO certified language inspector, and what I did was I trained air traffic controllers.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so very specialized English.
It would be.
If you guys want to know more about that kind of specialized English teaching stuff, let us know, and we can do content on that too.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up today.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week. Make sure you stop by our site, linkjapancareers.net, and like us on social media, share with their friends, etc., and drop us a message, and we'll be happy to get back to you. Check out our jobs, the new Interac jobs, and new other jobs on our page. And you guys have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, guys. See you around.
All right. Talk to you later.